Hey all, welcome to the channel. My name is Justin, and today I am really excited to bring you a recap video of my first ever ZRL race. That's the Zwift Racing League. I am racing Category C, Division 2, and I've only done one other race previous to this. So I'm really excited, but I'm really new. And you'll see some of that where you see some of my mistakes, and I'll point them out here. But I'm not going to wait too long. We're going to get into this video, and I'm going to kind of commentate right through it. So let's get started. Wait, before we get started, if you are new to the ZRL, the Zwift Racing League, like I am, let me explain how the points work. This is a team effort. There are 6 riders. So not only do you get points for your finishing placement, but you can also get points in each of the segments. In this race, there are 3 segments. There's a sprint, a short hill climb, and a long hill climb. In these segments, you can get FTS and FAL points. The FTS is the fastest through segment points. So regardless of your position in the race, if you're one of the top 10 fastest to complete that segment, you get points. FAL, on the other hand, is the only top 10 people to finish the segment. So if you finish the segment third, even if you were one of the slowest through the segment, you get FAL points. So there is 6 ways to score points throughout the race, and then your finish points. One thing I do know about Zwift racing is that they start hard and fast. So you'll see me with about 5 seconds left. I'm going to kick up my watts. I'm going to hit like 575-ish, right around there, and really kick it into a high gear because I want to make sure that I'm in the front of the pack. Now, one of the mistakes I do make here is I do kick off a little in the front, and I actually thought I gave it too much. I don't have a whole lot of experience there, so I thought, oh man, I don't want to be at the very front there. Little did I realize that everyone was just going to kind of push past me, and it was right about here. I'm like, oh crap, I'm about to get dropped. So I have to push it into a little bit of a higher gear here. You'll see my avatar actually stand up and almost like do like a little sprint, because I'm trying to make sure I don't get dropped in any capacity here. But so as we cross this line, I'm going to start looking at my power up. I'm looking for my teammates and everything. I got one of my teammates right here in the dirt shirt behind me. We did not coordinate our jerseys or our kit or names or anything like that, so I'm really trying to find them, and I struggled the whole time trying to find them here. But I'm going to catch up to this pack here, and I'm going to settle in, and yeah, I'm going to speed this up here until we get to the first segment. Alright, this first segment is just over this hill, and it is a sprint segment. We're only like going to be 2.5 kilometers or less into the race. I should have used my feather power up this hill. I missed it, and then I was fumbling with my phone, didn't have the app open, all of that. So I'm going to have to click this on my way down. And what you're going to see is I'm going to click this on the way down, and I'm going to start to kind of kick things up. And we're going to get a glimpse of one of my teammates here who absolutely crushes this sprint. I'll try to pause it when he comes through and highlight here. So there's the power up. I'm starting to push my watts. And there he is. Kitties, man, absolutely crushing it through here. And he's going to push all the way to the front. I think he gets second through the line and second fastest time. I managed somehow to pull off a fastest through the line. I think I was 9th fastest and 8th through the line, or vice versa. I was super excited because this whole time I was worried about even scoring points for my team. Now, one thing to note, I was not supposed to go for that sprint. That was not part of our team plan. I'm supposed to go for the next hill climb effort. And I noticed in my positioning, I thought I could get a top 10 through the segment or across the line. And I did. So part of me thinks that was a good call, but yeah, we'll see. So right here, we're actually on the Zwift KOM. This is not a segment for the race. It doesn't count for points or for anything. In my mind, I know I am going to be going for the Titans Grove KOM. So I'm just trying to sit in a pack here. What I noticed too late is the people that are coming off the front here, and it's actually going to split into two groups. I needed to be on that front group and not so much in this mid group. But this whole time, I'm thinking that I need to be ready for the Titans Grove KOM. And that's not necessarily a bad strategy, but looking back at it, unless I was on that front group, I probably wasn't going to make that KOM either, especially not any of the first across the lines. So you'll see me give a little effort there, and then I'm going to settle in probably here in the second group in this next little area here. All right, so we've gone over my first two mistakes. We are now about to hit my third mistake. And we're in a small group here in the second group, and I'm going to see the first group. I get a little bit of a gap up this hill, and I realize that I'm fairly close to this first group. Part of me is thinking I want to catch them. The other part of me is thinking about the segment, the Titans Grove KOM that is coming up after this rolling, twisting section. My third mistake here was not catching that first group. I'm going to catch one, maybe two of these guys, but I'm going to fall off the back as they kind of peek over this hill. And I really should have kept on the gas and just really pushed to try to catch them and settled into that group right there. This is where we're going to see them kind of roll over this hill, and it's going to notice a considerable gap, and I kind of lose focus here to catch that group. You'll see me kind of drop down a little in watts, and then actually a guy from behind is going to catch up to me. But yes, I should have pushed to that next group. All right, now we get to see mistake number 4. My companion app was not working, so I go to move my mouse to it, and I accidentally click my power up in the middle of nowhere. I mean, yes, I got an arrow boost, but I didn't get to use it on a segment, and I actually get caught during my boost segment there. So that was very frustrating, a little demoralizing in that sense, because I know I'm catching up to the segment here, or I'm coming up to the segment here, and I was really saving it for that segment. If I was going to waste it there, I could have wasted it to try to catch the first group earlier. But here's this segment. I know my previous time was 2:04, which I did the day before this, and we can talk about that a little after. So I'm thinking I can get under 2. And it is about halfway up the hill. I realize that is not going to happen. I'm not going to get under 2. In fact, I may not get under 2:30. And I realize I'm just not going to be able to do it. So you'll see me kind of fiddle with my phone in a bit. My legs are toast. And I don't know if it was the pre-ride the day before, the sprint that I went for, but I'm actually going to message my team. We're on Discord together, and just tell them, hey, I can't do this KOM. I'm not going to get a time that's going to score anything. There was another gentleman on our team who was going to attempt it. I just told him, hey, you need to go all out for it. And he said he's got it, and so just went for it. And you'll see here, what was my time? I think it was like 2:20. Oh, you can't see it. 2:21.7. Like 17 seconds slower than the day before this. So a little frustrating, but now I know I just need to ride for placement. Knowing that I have to ride for placement now, I'm just going to hang with this group. It's quite a ways away until we hit the big hill climb at the end, so I'm going to speed up through all of this. But we're going to come up to the Epic KOM. And this thing is a huge 6.3 kilometer at 6.3% gradient average. And this thing kicks you in the tail from the very beginning. You're going to see me kind of turn this corner, turn around another corner, and it's going to be a 10% grade right off the bat. And it does that a lot. You're going to be at 8, 9, 10, 11 even at times for like 2 kilometers, and then you'll drop down to a downhill, and then you'll come back up to an 8, 9, 10, and then you'll flatten out, and then you go downhill again. But you can see on the data sheet, my time the day before was it 28 minutes and 4 seconds? I know I am not going to be one of the leaders up this thing. My only goal up this hill is to try to keep my placement. And in my head, I want to place top 50%. That's my main goal. So I know about 35, 36 is my number. You can see how long this hill is. This footage is sped up at 5,000% increase. So it is a slog up this hill, and people are passing you and you're passing people, and then it's got a downhill and an uphill, and it's just really crazy. But you'll see kind of here as we finish up the top of this hill, I passed that last person, and I'm kind of in between the next person and the guy behind me. So the guy behind me is 5 seconds behind me. You can see that on the right hand side, 6 seconds behind me now. So I have a decent gap on him. And the guy in front of me is 11 seconds ahead of me. I'm probably not going to catch him. I know at the top of this hill, it goes downhill, and then it's the finish. So we have about 500 meters left. And really all I'm doing, 400 meters now, all I'm going to do is I just want to make sure the guy behind me cannot catch me. So as I come up over this hill, I'm going to shift down, shift to a bigger gear. I'm going to really kind of push it down this hill, and we're going to come up and finish this. Now, I think, what did I say? I was 28:04 the day before. Oh, we will see here. Here we go, 35th place. I did get a PR on that, it looks like, and it was 27:17, so that's a pretty good jump for a one-day difference. So a quick little recap on the race. On the sprint segment, I was 8th fastest through the segment, or FTS, and I was 9th across the line, or FAL, fastest across the line. So total, I think that was 5 points there, and then I got my finish points. Kitties on our team smashed the sprint, was able to get 2nd fastest through the segment, FTS, and 2nd across the line. and then his finish points, and then everyone else just got their finish points. We ended up 7th in the league out of 13, so right in the middle for the first time racing together, man. I think that's great. We're not at the bottom, so I didn't have a large expectation. I really didn't know what to expect, but man, I had so much fun on this race. I learned so much. I can't wait to do it again. These are going to be every Tuesday night for the next 5 or 6 weeks, I think it is, and I am pumped to get it in. Next week is on a totally different route. It's got shorter climbs, little punchy climbs, and a bunch of sprints. So it's going to be a whole different strategy, a different bike, and I look forward to racing again. I will keep you all updated. Look forward to more videos in the future. Thanks for watching.